Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. I'm Harry Donahue. Today, I'm at Heritage Creek Golf Club. It's in Jamison, Bucks County, right off of York Road above Bristol Road. And I'll tell you what, this is a hidden gem. Once you come here, you are in the midst of the rolling hills and the beautiful nature of Bucks County. But you also have a challenging 9-hole layout that actually converts easily to 18 holes for you. What they've done is put 2 pin placements on each hole. So you can play 9 or you can go the full 18. And the price, competitively priced here in this day and age for golf in the Philadelphia area. So stay with us as we take a look at Heritage Creek Golf Club. It's coming up next on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Free enterprise is the engine that drives our economy. Everyday businesses, big and small, work to make life better for their customers and a better life for themselves. Susquehanna knows successful businesses need a strong financial partner. Someone who can help keep your business running at peak efficiency. The people of Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for businesses like yours. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. We are at Heritage Creek. We're in Bucks County, Jamison, right off York Road above Bristol Road. Ryan Woodard. Ryan, you've been here since day one, right? How many years ago was that?
That was way back in 2007. March of 2007 I've been here. So it's my 7th season here at the golf course. I was originally hired as the golf course superintendent. Now I'm the general manager and do a little bit of everything around here.
You make the place go, huh?
Yeah, we, I do have help. Let me be clear about that. But I get involved with a little bit of everything. It's the way I like to do it. Like to have my hands on the ground. And, I was out mowing greens this morning. Now we're talking to you.
You know, one thing you notice, it's tucked away. I mean, we're in the middle of nature here. I don't know how they even were able to carve out a golf course. It's spectacular, the views.
This has been called a hidden gem. Hopefully with Inside Golf, it's not going to be hidden anymore, though. It's definitely a nice piece of property. I grew up in the area nearby, and I had to say I didn't realize how much land was out here, and it's such a beautiful piece of property, and we have a lot of nice golf holes that are built and to be coming.
Tell me about the fact that it's a 9-hole golf course right now, but it's an 18-hole experience, isn't it? You make it that way for your guests and the people who come here to play at Heritage Creek.
Yeah, Harry, it was designed as an 18-hole golf course by Kelly Blake Moran. And right now we have 9 holes. We have actually 18 holes because we have 9 greens and 2 pin placements on each green. But we're looking forward to an expansion coming here in the future years, and we have some nice golf holes and with a lot more to come.
Now, most of the people that come up here and play, and we'll get into how competitive the rates are here at Heritage Creek in a moment, but they're looking to play 18 holes, so they're going to go out and circle around the 9 that you have and play the 2 pin placements on every green.
Definitely, Harry. We have a golf course that has a lot of challenge to it. So you're going to see that playing it just once is actually a good warm-up for that second round. So we have a lot of 18-hole play here, and it's going to continue on with the 2 pin placements. It gives you a much different look. We have a few different tee boxes, too, give you a different look at the hole. So,
what would you say is, in terms of average length, say of your par 4s and par 5s, what are you looking at here?
The golf course overall, as is now, is a little bit under 6,000 yards, but that's because we have 3 par 3s in the golf course. Good challenging golf holes, but length isn't the big thing here. It's more about the challenge and the different shots you're going to make here.
And you have plenty of room for a variety of tee boxes too on every hole.
Yeah, the land keeps us wide open for plenty of tee shots, plenty of tee boxes out here. Big wide fairways, so if you spray the golf ball a little bit, no big deal. Heritage Creek's still going to be a lot of fun for you.
Tell me about, speaking of fun, some of the other things that you offer people who come up here to play golf. Maybe, I know you have some league play. You also have interesting things at nighttime here at Heritage Creek.
That's right, Harry. We have 3 leagues, a women's league, a men's league, and a twosomes league that was new this year. Those people are our after-work crowd. They get here, they enjoy themselves, have 9 holes, and they have a little buffet, have a couple drinks afterwards in our clubhouse. But it's somebody who wants a little bit different experience. We also do night golf. We've had a couple of them last fall, and we did our kickoff party not too long ago. We're going to have 6 of those night golf events this year. That is something very unique that we do here at Heritage Creek, and we do it very well.
Well, we were actually here inside golf for your kickoff event this year for night golf. I had never heard about night golf, but tell me about it. Describe it as people take a look at actually what goes on.
We actually use a system that's sold by Night Flyer Golf, and it's actually not a glow-in-the-dark golf ball. It's a lighted golf ball, so you actually bounce it off the cart path, and it lights up. Stays lit for about 8 minutes.
So it pays to, first of all, hit it on the golf cart path, right?
Yes, because it's activated by impact. So then when you hit it with your golf club off the tee, it stays lit for about another 8 minutes. Gives you plenty of time to get out there, find it, and if it's in a patch of grass that's about 3 feet high, you're going to find your golf ball. So a lot of times you're going to find your golf ball a lot easier at night at Heritage Creek Golf Club than you are during the day in some places.
This is my 3rd night glow golf event that I've worked here. It's a hoot. If you've never done it, you need to try it. And once you've tried it, you're hooked. The darker it is, the more fun it is. And when you start reading the green with your feet, it actually makes you a better putter during the day as well. One of the frustrating things for me is that it's easier for me to find a ball at night because it glows in the dark than it is for me to find my golf balls, errant golf balls, and of which there are many, that are in the woods during the day. Night golf here starts with a happy hour and dinner and just some good camaraderie, and then we get people out here just at dusk just so that they can kind of get the lay of the land before it feels like somebody pulled the shade down and you can't see your hand in front of your face. We've installed lights on the golf carts, which makes it very easy to maneuver around here, but during the act of playing, to really experience night golf to the fullest, you turn the light off on the cart and you're actually playing by the light of the moon if there is one, or by the glow of the ball if there's no moon. When you hit these balls, they're called night flyers. When you hit the ball, it glows in the dark, and it glows for about 10 minutes, so it gives you plenty of time to hit it and find it and hit it again. And with a glow stick in the cup and a glow stick on the flag, and several green glow sticks surrounding the green and red glow sticks delineating bunkers, it's pretty easy to find your way around.
Sounds like a unique experience. What kind of feedback are you getting from people? Obviously, if you've done it before in past years and you're doing it again, it must be pretty good.
I got to say, Harry, out of all the things we do here, 100% positive is all we hear with night golf. Everybody wants it. They want more of it. We did a couple last year, and now the 6 that we're doing this year, it's going to be a semi-regular thing here. People just rave about it, and we already got people booked for the next one and the one after that. So it fills fast, and it's definitely a popular event here.
A little bit different night golf here at Heritage Creek. Ryan, before I let you go, give me just in summary the experience that people will have here at Heritage Creek.
Well, a day like today, you're going to have a very good experience, because of the weather. But in general, we have a nice golf course that has some very challenging golf shots, very large undulating greens, so that it plays very well to the novice golfer and the low handicapper. So I think we have a good variety, and we can do very well for you if you want to do an outing, or if you want to play in a league, you can come out after work. It's a very good, relaxed, fun atmosphere here at Heritage Creek.
Now, I mentioned earlier, Ryan, how competitive your fees are. Tell us just how competitive they are.
Well, Harry, our highest rate on a weekend is $51 for 18 holes with a golf cart. We have some special rates that are very popular here. Our after-work crowd enjoys our twilight rates. After 1 o'clock, we do a twilight rate on a weekday, $28, all you can play. So when the lights, or when the sun goes down, we get you out there for as many holes as you can play. And then one of our most popular things with seniors is our Monday and Tuesday senior days. Monday and Tuesday, $26, 18 holes with a cart, which is why we're so busy today.
Wow, that's unbelievable. That is very competitive.
We like to be competitive and flexible. That's us, Heritage Creek.
And based on his description of what he does, pretty good chance you'll see Ryan Woodard when they show up at the clubhouse and sign up to come out and play.
I might be checking you in. I might be cleaning the golf cart. I might be mowing the greens. Who knows?
You're the man.
I do what I can.
Ryan Woodard with an overview, and we'll be back in just a moment when Inside Golf continues here at Heritage Creek to take a look at some of the spectacular holes and the fact that we are in the middle of beautiful Bucks County at this 9-hole golf course. Back with more from Heritage Creek on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. We are back here at Heritage Creek in Jamison, Bucks County, and Carl Phineas has joined us. And Carl, I know you've been here at Heritage Creek for, 6 years or so?
Yeah, 6 years now.
And you know the golf course as well as anyone because you're the guy that goes out and changes the pin placements on all these greens every week. Tell us a little bit. We're standing here right in the landing zone, I guess, or a little above of the par 4 first hole. Quite a slope down there. Describe for our viewers what this hole's all about.
This is like a lot of our par 4s. It's medium length, 360 yards. Pretty wide fairway, but you don't want to use this half of it. You want to, if you go down the middle with a fade, it's the ideal shot. But you do have to get it past the 150 marker. Otherwise, you're crowding the woods. If you get a fade, you'll go all the way down the hill. You have a short pitch to a pretty difficult green with a lot of environmental area in front of it, so it's a challenging starting hole.
How about the green here at number 1? It looks almost like a kidney-shaped green.
Well, you can see it's a kidney-shaped green, and what you see from the fairway is that backdrop, which is the that big hill, that green hill on the right. You don't see all the stuff on the right, but at least you can come off of that, although the grass is kind of long. It's on the firm side, and when the pin's in the front, it's all you can handle because you got to stop it. In the kidney is a bunker, so you can see some sand.
To the right side, yeah?
To the right, yeah. So it's...
well, as I look at it here, I don't want to be short, I don't want to be long, I want to be right on target with my yardage, huh?
Luckily, if you get the fade like I talked about, you've got a short pitch, but that doesn't make it any easier, I don't think.
All right, Carl, we have moved here to number 2, which is a par 3, and it plays, based on the tee box you use, anywhere from about 115 yards all the way back to 170.
170, right. It's a challenge. The par 3s on this course are the equal, I think, of any around. I've played all the public courses and some of the private ones around here, and these are as good as any of them.
And you got right off the tee box, regardless of which tee box you select, you got the Little Neshaminy Creek. So you got a water hazard, and then over the water hazard, you got a false front and the green here to this par 3.
At least if you clear the hazard here, you've got some room in the front, but there's not much to the right, little to the left, but it's a challenging hole.
All right, now, as I mentioned earlier, you're the guy that sets the pin placements. You didn't do any favors with that pin placement for the white flag back there. That looks like the Sunday special.
We've got to use all the green, and there's green behind that, believe it or not.
Really?
Yep. The front is actually just as much of a challenge because it's only the pin length from the very front, so it's
so you got the sucker pin, and then you got the more tougher
everything.
one back there on the left corner.
Yes, yeah, I hear from the golfers sometimes too about that.
Carl, we've reached the final hole, number 9 here at Heritage Creek, and tell me about this because it's one of those drivable par 4s.
If I were a young stud, yeah, I could drive that maybe, but you want to hit about a 200-yard tee shot before you run out of fairway. And then you've got a pretty challenging short iron to an undulating green.
Right, plenty of green here, and maybe biggest one we've seen on the golf course.
It's the shortest hole, but probably one of the larger greens, and from front to back is a couple different clubs. So, and then you have to stop it back here too. So it's challenging for a short hole.
Now, you told me you did feel extra strength one time and tried to drive it, but what happened?
I tried to chicken out and go for the cart path opening here, and I got maybe 90% across. That was about it.
Still made 4, did you?
I don't think so.
No, oh well. Next time, give it a shot. You'll get it. Carl, I want to thank you for giving us a tour here to Heritage Creek. And people, when you come up, Carl will be the guy you blame for those tough pin placements, right?
They do now anyway. So, but we're here to identify the golfers, not to humiliate them.
I got you. That's always a good policy. Carl Finney is here at Heritage Creek, and Inside Golf continues in just a moment. We'll be back with our teed-off panel. Stay with us.
And the weird thing about it is I understand why the USGA wants to try it.
When you step out, make sure you go all in. Because at Valley Forge Casino Resort, we're rolling out the action. And we'll bring it all to the table. So take us for a spin and go all in for the win. Valley Forge Casino Resort. It's safe, it's chic, and only a shuffle away from the main line.
Guests of Teed Off receive gift certificates to any of the 8 restaurants at Valley Forge Casino at King of Prussia.
The best players in the world have bad days, which makes it great for guys like me.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. And this is our teed off for today, and we were at the Valley Forge Casino Resort, specifically the Pacific Prime Restaurant with our teed off panel. And we have, what a panel we've assembled today. It's diverse, but it is top-notch. It is prime. We have with us Herb McGee, the Hall of Fame basketball coach at Philadelphia University. But whenever he's not coaching basketball, he's probably got a golf club in his hand. I know that from personal experience. Coach, always a pleasure.
My pleasure, Harry. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. From the
How
Philadelphia.
do Joe and I stack up next to that? You say Hall of
Hall
Famer.
of Famer?
1,000 wins. Hall of Famer.
How about potential Hall of Famers?
Hall of Famers in waiting.
Mike, he's already won numerous writing awards for his work at the Philadelphia Daily News, Mike Kern. And from myphillygolf.com, Joe Logan. Somewhere there's a trophy somewhere in your past.
Oh, yeah, there are.
Okay.
Not big ones, but.
Okay. Not 1,000 wins like coaches on the verge of getting this summer.
Before they get rid of them.
Well, yeah, we won't want to step down. U.S. Open week, folks. It's hard to believe, Joe. It's been a year since Justin Rose did it at Merion, and here we are now getting ready for another U.S. Open at Pinehurst #2, right? Time flew on that one, didn't it?
It did fly. It was a great U.S. Open last year, and it'll be a great one this year.
Would have been greater if Phil had just not taken 2 bogeys with 2 wedges.
Yeah,
on the final 6 holes.
Yeah, on the 13th hole on
and
the par
15.
3, that was
and 15 he had a
scary.
wedge in his hand.
Everyone was pulling for Phil. I still think
Justin was
Rose
great.
was a great one.
But Phil would have been historic.
Yes, he would.
And then you would have had Phil and Hogan and Trevino and Bobby Jones and all that.
Speaking of historic, Pinehurst #2, the site of the U.S. Open, this week for the men and next week for the women. First time ever, Mike, that the same venue has hosted the 2 Opens.
And the weird thing about it is I understand why the USGA wants to try it, and Pinehurst is the natural place to do it. But they've held 3 women's Opens at Pine Needles, which is just down the road, and I thought it was one of the best venues for a women's Open. But that being said, they're going to take it, and they've they've changed the course, because unlike almost every U.S. Open, rough will not be a factor at this U.S. Open because they've taken almost all the rough out of Pinehurst.
3 years ago, the restoration
Crenshaw
by
and Core.
Crenshaw and Core, the only grass is on the green and in the fairway,
It's
right?
natural sand, and you're going to have that wire grass in there, and of course you have the greens, which forget whatever else is on Pinehurst. It's all about the greens. The greens, the inverted sauce or whatever you want to call them.
And
the Donald Ross greens that you have to hit precisely, or you'll be John Daly chipping with your putter back up the 9th or 8th or whatever green he tried to do that on.
I have 4 chipped several greens at Pinehurst #2.
It's not hard.
No.
What yardage will they be playing?
It's listed at 75, but
piece
that's they won't play it at 75. Like last year at Marion, it was 7. They never played it. But the distance for them is not.
No, you're right.
That's not the problem.
Distance is never the problem for the pros.
Have you ever played, Coach, at Pinehurst?
No, I was going to
#2
ask you
down
guys.
there?
Mike and I were talking. He has. Have you, Joe?
I have several times.
Have you played there too?
I have not been to Pinehurst.
Okay, that would be something.
But Pinehurst #2, when it was won back in '99 by Payne Stewart, and they did it again in '09. They played
No, 05.
Pinehurst. Or 05, excuse me,
Michael
9 years
Campbell.
ago.
Who was not in the field this year.
And Michael Campbell, you can appreciate this, Coach. The 2 guys who were in the final group that day shot 84 and 81. Retief Goosen
And Jason
was one of
Gore.
them, and Jason Gore.
Yep.
And Jason
I
Gore.
remember that.
I mean, and Michael Campbell came from not out of
And
nowhere,
Retief had won 2 of the previous 4 Opens.
Can you imagine her?
I
That's
would
like
imagine
going to the
that brought a
fell
lot
line.
of guys back into that
It
tournament.
brought Tiger back
Yeah,
into it.
exactly.
Tiger Woods
Yeah.
also made him roar, and Michael Campbell was able to hold him off. But can you imagine shooting an 84 and an 81 as the
And they
leaders?
laughed about it, though. I mean, they were good about it.
What else
As
can you
good
do
as you
except-
can be.
I would love to shoot an 84 there. It'd be
In the
just
final
great.
group?
Exactly. No, not in the final group. But it's amazing. Even the best players in the world have bad days, which makes it great for guys like me and amateurs that play, that they're not always as perfect as they appear to be.
There's nothing more humiliating in golf, I think, than being in the final pairing on the final day and you're irrelevant. It happened to, remember last year at the British Open to Lee Westwood. He was just out of it.
But you want, as a competitor, if you asked every guy in that, what would you want to be? I want to be in the final group on the final day because that's what you strive to be.
Unless you're Jason Gore and Retief Goosen.
Sometimes it works out.
In 2005.
Jason Gore had come out of nowhere.
right.
If you'll recall, if I believe this is right, his car had been broken into or something on the trip down. Everything had gone wrong. And he was somebody no one in a million
He's a great
years.
story.
He's a great guy, great story, friend of Tigers, and he did
win,
what he
I
did.
think, an NCAA championship when he was at Pepperdine, and his team won. Maybe not him, the individual, but he led his team to the team championship.
He hasn't done much since, has he?
No, he's on the web.
Nor has Retief Goosen,
.com.
actually.
Yeah, true.
And he's had
That's
some
right.
injuries and all. And he's
Nor has
getting
Michael
older.
Campbell.
Michael Campbell's
Actually,
not even
Campbell
in the
was
field.
on
Michael
the
Campbell has
Champions
not
Tour,
won.
isn't he?
Yeah.
He has not won since that
05.
tournament when he did the Maori dance or whatever.
That's right.
But
he'll
you know,
always
that's
be-
what makes golf. The Michael Campbell stories, the Jack Fleck stories, the guys who beat the guys that you're not supposed to beat. I mean, that's part of golf too. It can't always be the Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy show. So
Yeah. Well, we'll see. You got any quickly down the line, Joe? Who do you like this week at the Open?
Not Phil Mickelson.
Okay, Phil's out.
I agree. I tell you who's been playing really well, and I don't know if he can win, is Jim Furyk. I just don't know if Jim can make enough putts. But the last month or so, Jim has been playing as well as anybody. I think he's had 2 seconds, and he's a U.S. Open guy. I mean, he won one. He could have won a couple more.
He'll
And
get,
it'd be a
a
great
lot of
story.
he'll get a lot of
It'd
FaceTime
be
on
a-
NBC.
It'd be a popular pick. I, for some reason, really like to watch Matt Kuchar play.
He would be a great winner.
Yeah, he really is a terrific player, and he's got the kids run onto the green with him, and his wife is there all the time. It's just a great story. He seems like a terrific man. People hollering Cooch all the time.
Almost too good of a guy. You wonder if he's just maybe too nice of a guy.
Yeah,
And I
well,
don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I would love to see him
Sometimes I
win.
think you just have to have that
Well,
kind of,
there you have it. Kuchar, Jim Furyk, and
I'll go with Cooch.
You'll go with
It'd be
Cooch
a
too.
great winner.
All right, we got 2 Cooch votes. Thanks, guys. Inside Golf continues in just a moment. The Valley Forge Casino Resort is the region's only full amenity gaming resort, and it's only seconds from the Pennsylvania Turnpike at King of Prussia. It features 600 slots, 50 table games, plus 8 restaurants designed to meet all of your dining needs. So put the beautiful Valley Forge Casino Resort on your destination list.
In the 1800s, when miners struck it big, they yelled Eureka! Well, the golfers are yelling Eureka nowadays whenever they come to Mesquite, Nevada, because it is a golfer's paradise. They've got everything you want right here, including the Eureka Casino and Hotel, and all of this great desert golf that we're enjoying on the Traveling Golfer from Nevada, just for you. We're here on the patio of the Oasis Golf Club, 36 holes of championship golf in Mesquite, Nevada, with the executive director of Golf Mesquite, Cody Law. Cody, welcome to the Traveling Golfer.
Hey, thanks for finally getting here, Tony.
Yeah.
It's good to have you.
It has been a while. You've been trying to pull me here. Now you're going to have to kick me out because I'll tell you, I found a place I absolutely love. Cody, one of the things that the people need to understand is the excitement you can get by coming out here, making birdies all day, and cashing out in the casino at night. Doesn't get much better than that.
They understand our niche here. It's for the intimate, old school type Vegas place. So you've got the buffet, so you can roll out of bed from a long late night in the casino, and within 5 minutes, you're right on the course for your tee time.
Yeah.
With Golf Mesquite, we've got 7 beautiful championship resort courses, all within 2 miles of each other.
Yeah. So Oasis is virtually around the corner from the Eureka Casino Hotel, but you've got wonderful other golf courses, and one of the ones that I thought was so well planned was Coyote Springs, which is right on the way from the airport to Mesquite.
Yeah, a lot of our groups that fly into Vegas from the Midwest and from the East and the Southeast, that is their stop on the way in. It's a Nicklaus course. It's literally out in the middle of nowhere, but it's a beautiful design. You know, it's got the Nicklaus moguls throughout the fairways, the finger-like bunkers around the greens, and it's a tough enough track to test anyone.
The strategic layout of it was outstanding, and then you get to these greens, and those greens are very severe, to say the least.
There's a lot of undulation, brutal pin placements.
On top of the strategic layout at Coyote Springs, they have some great water features that Jack Nicklaus put in as eye candy to dress it up.
Yeah, once you finish hole 9 or hole 18, if you look back up towards the course, you've got 3 cascades of waterfalls coming all the way down the last few holes, and it's great.
You'll never forget it if you come here. If not, just remember what you saw on the Traveling Golfer.
It's not limited edition, not cast conditioned, not exclusive or extra, nor is it private reserve. It is, however, a rare breed. American lager from an American-owned, family-operated brewery. Since 1829, we kept it so simple, we're still in fashion. Fancy that. America's oldest brewery, Yuengling.
What if we told you that you could get more distance by increasing loft? What if the pros were increasing their loft a full degree or more mid-season? That's what happens when we move weight low and forward. Are you ready for more distance? SLDR from TaylorMade.
That's it for this week's edition of Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Today from the Heritage Creek Golf Club in Jamison, Bucks County. It's right off of York Road, above Bristol Road, tucked into the rolling countryside of Bucks County. And for more on Heritage Creek, you can link to their website by going to ours, insidegolf.net. Now, next week, we have a special for you. 1958 was the year the PGA Championship was held at Lanark Country Club. The winner, Dow Finsterwald. And this year, Lanark is hosting the first annual Finsterwald Cup. It's a one-day event for amateurs, the top amateurs in the area, and Dow Finsterwald will be there and be right here on Inside Golf. That's next week. I'm Harry Donahue. We'll see you next week with Dow Finsterwald. And remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next time on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.